Hey, what's up, everybody? How are you? Welcome back. I appreciate you for coming back. Hit that subscribe button because I see a lot of you don't subscribe, but I love all you new followers. I don't know where y'all coming from all over the world. I appreciate you so much. We try to add value. We try to inspire and motivate people. So thank you. And as you all know, May was National Foster Care Awareness Month, and we decided to close it out in June, of course, with a former foster who survived, made sacrifices, triumphed, and has turned every negative into a strength. Today's guest grew up in Harlem foster care system, aged out, battled addiction, fought to get her children back, and spent 18 relentless years earning one of the highest degrees possible. She is a soon to be published author and living proof that where you start does not determine where you finish. I want y'all to do me a favor and please help me welcome Dr. Kym Gee. Hey, hey,
Hi, everyone.
hey.
Hello. Hello.
Thank you so much for being a guest. We appreciate you. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. And also, thanks for having me on your show.
Of course, of course, of course. So we'll just hop right into it. So first, take us back. What was life like growing up in Harlem in the foster care system?
Growing up in Harlem in the foster care system reinforced my reality of the world that it was
Mhm,
filled with nice people, bad people, and phony people, and happy people, but most of all, real people. Real
mhm,
people help to form my identity today. And that is to always be real no matter what. No matter
mhm,
what situation you're in, be honest with yourself first and honest with seconds others and honest to the world as many times as you can.
mhm. Well, what does aging out of foster care actually really feel like? Like what did it feel like for you? Because it's a big
Aging out
thing
of
for us.
the,
Mhm,
aging out of the foster care is really scary because that's when they really basically tell you they can no longer house you anymore. So it's
mhm,
scary because once you leave, no matter what happens to you, good or bad, you cannot return. Most kids leave and return to their families. I had no family, so I had to leave and return to the streets. And when I went to
mhm,
the streets, I was there by myself. Um, and it was very scary once to hear the words, we have to age out, you have to age out now. I was
mhm,
going, I didn't know what I was going to do. It was very unclear to me who I was going to stay with, what was my next steps in life.
mhm,
And it was very challenging for me.
mhm. Well, I can imagine, especially what's that? That would be like probably like the 80s, right? 90s for you, about.
Yeah,
So
that was like the yeah, that was like the
that's
late 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a scary time. And even now, it's the same thing, which is why I ask you. I know people say, well, that was a long time ago. It was long ago, believe it or not. But guess what? A lot of it's still the same thing. You're still going to feel the same pressure when you have no family. So, very important.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing only 7 to 10% about of former foster youth ever even earn a college degree. What kept you going when the odds were totally stacked against you?
I'm gonna be honest with you, sister.
Mhm,
Before going to college, I had a 22-year drug addiction. And when I got off of drugs, I had to find something that took up as much as my money, my time, and my energy did. And the only thing I could think of was school that would take up as much as my money, time, and energy did. And I had
mhm,
nothing else, and I had no one else, and I had nothing else to turn to. But I know there's a saying that I tell my kids all the time: you better
mhm,
grab a hold of something before something
mhm.
grabs a hold of you. And I
Mm,
delved into those books, and that's where I stayed. And that's
mm,
because I had nothing else. And I knew I had to just stay there. That was my safe haven. And so that's what
mm.
kept me going in the books. Yes.
Well, that's some inspiration and motivation, boy. And see, that's what I'm saying. Fosters are always able to, if they really think, they can take any negative and turn it into a positive. And look at that. Like, who would have thought? Like, okay, I need to keep my mind busy. Let me do something busy. Like that's a good busy. Like stay in my
Right.
education, whatever. It is. Especially since there's lots of grants and scholarships available. If you look around, go to like dannyvan.com to his website. There's tons of people out here. There is no excuse. So I'm so proud of you that
Thank
in
you.
spite of that scariness and then recovery too, like that's a whole nother level
Yes.
of stuff,
Yes.
right? The therapy, trying to get yourself right. and trying to get this education. Man, I tell you, I salute to you, hats off to you always for that. I can't
Thank
even,
you.
I don't even know how you did it, but I'm so proud of you. I can't even tell you. You've been open about surviving addiction. When did you realize that something had to change?
Well, the good Lord above, one thing he gave me was a conscience. And drugs took me to places that I never even dreamed that I would ever go. I would never think about going. And when it got to a point in my life where morals didn't matter, and I started indulging in behaviors and thoughts where morals didn't matter, my safety didn't matter, I didn't have no boundaries, I had no self-respect for myself, I had no respect for others. That's when I knew it was time to change. Like I was just out there like a loose cannon, and nothing. I wasn't afraid of anything. Nothing scared me. I didn't have any boundaries. I didn't have any morals. I was just indulging in stuff. I had lost all self-respect for myself. And that's when I knew it was a time to change.
What was the hardest part of reclaiming your life?
My conscience was my God.
Your conscience was right. Oh, your guide. Yes. So
my
that
conscience was my guide.
Get
off. It started to become off of drugs. Yeah, it's time to get off.
Wow, that's amazing. That was probably the hardest part of reclaiming your life is getting it off, and then having to deal with the fallout from it. Probably was also another part. But what other challenge did you face when you finally said, "Okay, I'm sober"?
And the other part was, the part of reclaiming my life and getting sober was getting people to believe I could actually do it.
Right.
Because I had people telling me to do it.
Look that. We just lost you for a minute. Yeah, we just lost you for a minute. Yes. I'm not sure. You heard that?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Go ahead. Say that again. Sorry. That's weird. We were doing fine before, and now we're glitching. Let's see why. Let me see. Is that Wi-Fi? We got a signal here. Can you hear me? Okay, you might have. Let me see. Okay, sorry guys. Sometimes this happens. May have to go out and come back in. Let me see. Can't see. Yeah, she's gonna go out and come back in. That's all. Okay. So while she, when she comes back, she's gonna tell us, the hardest parts about reclaiming your life. I'm sure, getting in recovery. Trying. Yeah. Nope. Try to go out and back in. Let me see. Let me see if I can tell. Can you go out and come back in? Because I can't even. Oh, I can't see you. There you go. Okay, now. Okay, so what was the hardest part about reclaiming your life? Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, no. Let's see. All right. Sorry, guys. This happened.
The hardest part of reclaiming my life was worrying about what other people
I don't know why
I had to prove to them that I could do it. And that only served to keep me addicted.
So how did you break the cycle? Sorry, guys. Give us a minute. I don't know why. Yeah, it must be the Wi-Fi.
And then people would say to me, "Oh, do it for your kids." And I wanted to do it for my kids. I'm sorry, but I couldn't do it for my kids.
I lost your sound again. I couldn't do it for my kids was the last thing I heard.
I had to prove that I could get. I couldn't do it for my kids. I couldn't do it for my kids. And I also realized that I didn't need to prove to anyone else that I could get clean. I had to prove it to myself and do it for myself. And once I got that chain of thought focused, then I was only to them was I able to get clean. And so that was the hardest part of reclaiming my life.
Right.
It's trying not.
Yes. Trying not to. I don't know why the sound's going in and out. I'm not sure.
Yes. The hardest part for me of reclaiming my life once I was getting clean was to not do it for my kids and not to prove to no one else that I could do it. I had to
Right.
prove to myself that I could do it and do it for myself.
Mm.
I had a lot of guilt of not being able to do it for my kids,
Mhm.
but I had a bigger guilt of not being able to do it for myself, because if I was no good, I couldn't be any good for them. So I had to
Absolutely.
get rid of that guilt, put my big girl panties on, and get clean and get sober.
Yes, exactly. So you started this doctorate journey as a grown woman, not as a like fresh, fresh faced
Can we
22 year
hear?
old. Yeah, now I can. Can you hear me? You might be, maybe it could be Wi-Fi,
Yes,
maybe,
I
but
can.
it's okay. Good. So you started this journey as a grown woman, not as
I
a
can hear
fresh.
you.
Yeah, you started this journey. Can you hear me? As a grown woman, not as a fresh
Yes, I
22.
started this journey.
What did it feel like to
Hmm.
walk in those classrooms, and what kept you from walking back out?
Well, I actually started college. Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wow. I actually started college when I was 20, when I was 17. And I
Hmm.
walked into the classroom. I loved the way it felt. I loved the way it smelled. And I knew that this is a place where I wanted to be. I got pregnant and I dropped out and I returned again when I was able to. And when I went back into the classroom, I got that same feeling of being home. I love to learn. I love to suck up knowledge. I love to
Hmm.
internalize different things. I like to challenge people's thoughts and realities. And I
Hmm.
just like being in a learning environment where I could figure out what's real and what's fake in the world, could separate the two.
Hmm.
Knowledge, sucking up knowledge has always been a pet peeve of mine. So
Hmm.
being in school was the place for me.
Right. Wow. Well, you spent 18 years
Hands
earning your.
down.
Yes. No, hands down, that's correct. I love in classroom learning too. It's just, I mean, we're always evolving, so why not? You spent 18 years earning your doctorates. What does it feel like to be called Dr. Kym G?
To be honest, it's bittersweet.
Hmm.
I get a little, I got the title, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
But the personal and professional transitions from my past and present into the future was totally different, has been totally different, both challenging and rewarding in both positive and negative ways. However, my job now as Dr. Kym is to find a healthy balance between the two and get the people and get to people to do and
Hmm.
get people to do the same thing with their lives.
Right. Right.
That will lead to a much better place in
Hmm.
my life
Hmm.
and the lives of others.
Mm. Mm.
Um, it's always going to be challenges.
Absolutely.
It's always
It was always going to be what? Say that again.
hello.
Yes, there's always going to be challenges and then something else. I couldn't hear. Sorry, guys. Give us a second. Sometimes little things.
Hi.
Yes, there you go. Can you hear me now? You said there's always going to be challenges.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. There's always going to be challenges. And okay, sorry, guys. One second. Let me see if
You
I can check. Uh,
can get the title. Can you
no,
hear
I
me?
couldn't. I can't hear all of what you're saying because it's going out. I don't know if this. You didn't move much, did you? No, you didn't
Walk
move
to
much.
walk. You can not only talk to talk, but now you got to walk the walk.
Right. Right. That's right. So that's
Can you hear me?
now I can hear you.
So now
Yes.
I talk the talk. Now I got to walk the walk. Right. It
Absolutely.
can be challenging, but in everything that we do is going to be rewards and challenges, and you just got to find a balance in between the both. And
Mhm.
that's what I pass on to other people to make my life better and their life better too.
Mm, mm. Your research focuses on college age young adults who struggle to ask for help. How much of that work comes from your own story?
A lot of my work into helping myself and others, a
Mhm,
lot of my work into helping myself and others develop and maintain positive help seeking attitudes and behaviors comes from stories because I was raised at a time when demonstrating self reliance and independence was valued over stigmatized views that asking for help of any kind, especially with mental health issues, was seen as a human flaw.
mhm,
That society values both points. I work out for me and implementing strategies to help people overcome stigmatist views
mhm,
that pose
mhm,
barriers to care,
mhm,
that keeps
mhm,
people isolated and alone and dealing with life challenges by themselves alone,
mhm,
that's what my work is aimed and overcome stigmatist views that view people that ask for help as a human flaw or as a sign of weakness. No, asking for help is actually a sign of strength because you're trying to get everything that you need to be a productive person, you know. So that's where my work comes into my help seeking attitudes
mhm, mhm.
aspect of my dissertation in my books.
Okay. Well, what do you say to a former foster kid right now who feels like college or success isn't really for them? Can you hear
I
me?
would tell them in my first person voice the same thing I tell my kids: you better grab hold of something before something grabs a hold of you. And I will also first sympathize with them. I can understand how it would be scary for them and how they may not, how they think it's a bunch of, hogwash, to that they could ever be successful, but it's not. Um, I would tell them that they can do it if you put your mind to it, and that if they need me, I will also
Mhm,
lend them a lending hand, maybe give them a meal, maybe take them and buy an outfit for a job interview. I can't just talk the talk. I gotta also walk the
yeah.
walk. And because I've been where they've been, I have a good instinct and inkling I need more. But first, I will have to emphasize it and tell them they have a right to feel the way that they are. And then I
Mhm,
would give them some positive encouragement, like let them know the only reason why they got the far as they are, as far as they have, is because they do have resilience built inside of them, and they do have the ability to show people that they're strong and not weak people. If they can only build on that, then
mhm,
success
mhm.
and going to college is definitely a possibility for them.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I believe all young people possess that. Some just don't have no one to push them,
Kids
so
that
that's
age out
why
of foster care,
they what? I didn't hear some of
yeah,
that. Say that again. Kids that age out of foster care. What? No, sorry.
to force or try to push them to go to school. You're right. Because college is not for everybody.
No.
But I tell you what is for everybody: building resilience, becoming strong, being adaptive, being flexible. Those are all disciplined behaviors that
Yes.
if you do go to college, it will enhance
Like that.
those qualities. And if you don't go to college, you still can enhance those qualities by just looking into something that holds your attention, that's positive, staying away from people, clinging to
Yes.
people like myself and other adults in the neighborhood or in your surroundings that you can build long, trusting relationships with and find.
Hmm. 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 Sorry about that, guys. That Wi-Fi is killing us right now, but it's all good. That last piece I didn't hear, Dr. G. Let's see. Can you hear me? Okay, sorry about that, guys. It happens. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just writing to her, letting her know, see if she can hear me. Didn't. Uh,
Um,
okay, there we go. Let's see.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. The last part, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
I would just encourage kids, whether they go to college or not, that they already, yeah, the foster care kids, they already have resilience about themselves. They already have adaptabilities. They already have capabilities that other kids don't have. They've been exposed to a lot of
Mhm.
things in the world, so they have a broader outlook on life. I would advise them to take those things as well as find a good support system, a trust system,
Mm,
and stay
mm,
away from people, places, and
that's
things
right.
that are negative, bad
Right.
influences, drugs. Find
Find. Sorry, guys. We're trying to get the. Yes, that is real, Mazadan. That's true. Um, yes. So, well, okay. You overall heard the view. Find good people to be around. Basically, that's the summary of that. So Dr. G, you hope to run a women's addiction group. When you look at women still struggling, um, what do you see of your younger self in them?
I will see young faces of myself from many angles, including the ones that I'm not familiar with. This will be the basis for fulfilling objectives of my group, which is to remain teachable,
Mm,
to
mm,
teach and remain teachable, and to not judge other people. And just because I haven't gone through what they may have experienced, versa, I will still be able to relate to it. The only thing we were interested in was finding the next fix,
mm,
you know.
mm.
And I would let them know that I'm not here to judge them, even though my face may look like theirs in the context of our drug addiction, and maybe it may not. But the main thing is that we may overcome those outlooks or people or views of how people view us and how we view ourselves. We're better than that. We just don't know that, and I'm going to help them uncover what beauty really lies within inside of them, aside from using drugs.
Mm, wow. Mm, better than that. Wow. So you wrote a children's book called Hannah's Helpers. Who is Hannah, and why did you start with children?
I'm going to answer your questions in reverse.
Okay,
Actually,
that's okay.
Hannah's Helpers is a sequel to my dissertation called Help Seeking Attitudes, Public Stigma Perceptions, and Mental Health Literacy that begin with late adolescents, also known as young adults.
Hmm.
As an author, I then wrote Hannah's Helpers to developing positive help seeking attitudes and behaviors throughout all stages of human development, in which Hannah is a 3-year old who uses her level of communication, like recognizing different facial expressions, pointing to objects, body language, crying and throwing tantrums to communicate her needs, to help her friends, and the cat stuck in a tree. Hannah's experience will assist with Hannah's experience will continue will Hannah's experience will assist with continuing to develop her mental literacy skills as well as the readers of this book, mental health literacy skills. Mental health literacy skills are an individual's awareness of why and seeking help is necessary, and the who, the what, when, and why, and where to get help that is necessary when you become in need of help. And I think people's mental health literacy has to overcome these stigmatist views that seeking help is a sign of weakness. If we can build
Right.
people's mental health literacy and get them to trust in themselves, then
Hmm.
more people will come for help when they need it.
I like that. I like that a lot. Well, start when they're young. Um,
Mhm.
you're also writing a book for senior
Yeah.
citizens about seeking help. What's the thread connecting all of your work?
Um, Senior citizens That book will
Mhm.
probably take a little bit longer to get finished. I'm in the middle of it. Senior citizens are a little bit stuck in their way. Asking for help for them and then forcing help on them. They see it as a sign that they're slipping and that they're getting old. They want to
Mhm.
remain self-independent. And the object of my book is to try to keep them have an open mind. Like, just because you need help doesn't mean that you're getting old. It's just that you need help. And
Right.
let them ask for the help. Don't just impose it on them, because that can be
Right.
very hurtful, and that will make them rebel against it.
Mm.
um but the common thread between all three of the books is that asking for help is a common thing throughout all stages of human development.
Mm. Very true.
We all
Wow.
must have a help seeking attitude. Babies need help, teenagers need help, senior citizens need help. And I like to
Mm.
call my senior citizens older adults. I
Older
like to
adult?
call them older adults to make them feel like, right, older adults is another term I use for my senior citizens.
Yes. I call them
But we
seasons.
all need help throughout all stages of life. You never outgrow something that goes with you everywhere. Some people think, oh, I got help now. I'm over this hump. I don't need it no more. But guess what? As soon as you get over that, here comes something else.
Very true. Wow, that's true. The cultural message growing up was what happens in this house stays in this house. How do you unlearn that and teach others to?
Well, I still haven't not learned to myself, because as a mandated reporter in this day and time, it is still important to keep family business within the family household.
Mhm.
However, it is as equally important to realize when the family business is life threatening, it is unsafe, then it is time to speak up and do something about it. Um, this means unlearning that phase. What goes on in this house stays in this house. It means putting your
Mhm.
feet on the ground and going into action and outside of the home and seeking help to help your family.
Mm. Wow. Wow. Well, yeah, that's a message I think a lot of people hear.
And the first step to that, I'm sorry, the first step to that is the first step to that is to be able to realize stress in yourself and stress in others.
Mhm. Mm. Mm. Wow. Yeah, that's the first step. So I'm trying to think. You've been a chef, you've been a DJ, a flight attendant in training, a life insurance agent. What drives that relentless energy of yours? Do you hear me?
My energy,
Yeah.
where does it?
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, this is just the way God built me. I believe there's nothing under the sun that no one can do if they just put their mind to it, put their heart in it. My
Mm-hmm.
mother used to tell me that if I ever got myself straight, watch out, world. She already
Mm-hmm.
knew I was going to take off. I have a best friend who tells me, okay, I'm like the lion, and she's always wondering what mountain am I going to climb next, and then you never know where I'm going to end up. I believe the world is mine. It's my play court. I'm free to do what I want. Experience it, challenge myself, and have
Mm-hmm.
fun with it. Also, but make sure you're always having fun with the things that you're doing, that you enjoy it. It's nothing
Right.
like getting up, going to work every way, going to work every day, going somewhere where you don't enjoy being. Make sure
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. Make sure it's healthy, mentally and physically,
Mm-hmm.
and just know that you can do it. You can do anything you want as long as you put your mind to it, and you stay focused and dedicated. You can do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If the little girl in, excuse me, if the little girl in foster care in Harlem could see Dr. Kym G today, what do you think she would say?
She would say, Dr. Kimji, what is next? What are you going to do next? Because I know you're not finished yet. I know you got more inside of you to do. So what's coming next? What should I look for?
That is a fact. That is a fact. What is the one thing before we go, what is the one thing you would change about foster care if you could right now? If you could change something about foster care, what would it be? You got me? If you could change one thing in foster care right now, what would it be? You heard me? Okay, so we're having trouble. Sorry about that, guys. It happens. Dr. G, you heard me?
Yes, I'm here. I might be a fireman tomorrow.
What's the one thing you would change in foster care if you could change it right now?
I would enforce. I would make changes that would reinforce or enforce children returning to their families, not necessarily their abusers, but the sincere and caring, loving family members. So total disconnect from their family will not sense of identity, their self-awareness, and sense of belonging. Most important, it is important for children to know whose they are, where they who love them, that will be there for them when it's time to age out of foster care. I think kids need to have some sense of family belonging while they're in foster care, not with the abusers, but with their cousins and their aunts and their relatives,
the ones that can be healthy,
loving toward them. Yes.
Absolutely.
They have to have a sense of belonging. My foster parents, they can't give me that. It's not really it's not authentic,
Right. It's not authentic when you're getting a check.
Right. And it messes with your self-esteem too. You feel like, why can't I be with my family? Everybody else is. Am I not good enough? Was I that bad of a child?
Yes. Exactly.
Having a sense of family is you have to have that. To me,
it's everything.
It's the missing opponent. I didn't meet my mother till I was 50 years, and I missed her. Trust me.
Till you was how old? How old were you when you met your mother? I didn't hear that. Sorry, guys. We'll get there. Wait, where's it at? Private chat.
I didn't mean 50. 50.
Wow.
In all those years, I wanted to know, do I look like her?
Wow.
What is she like? Am I like her? Why am I not with her? I had questions, but you know what? When I did meet her, none of those things mattered. I knew she was my mother. I could just smell that she was my mother. And I asked her from there. I never spent time on asking her questions. I only spent time on valuing the fact that she was in my life and that she loved me and that she's there now.
Good for you.
So that helped me overcome everything from my past, just being able to meet her. That helped me grow and become a much better person. Just knowing who my mother was and getting to meet her, see her, lay eyes on her, help clear up a lot of things, my self-esteem issues, my sense of belonging. I knew I belonged to someone then, and I knew who that person was. And that was very fulfilling for me and on my journey to becoming Dr. G.
Yes. Wow. That is amazing. 50. Wow. And I saw mine again. I think I was 16 when she passed. So I got to see her again. I hadn't seen her before that since I was like 7, I want to say. I think 7 was the last time I saw her. And even then, that was I went to foster care at 5. So it matters because what it does is we all know, especially as kids, we look around and see people with their family. We all know we belong to a tribe somewhere, right? And when you're a foster kid, you don't have no idea. It is the most disturbing. I thought I was an alien because me and Rob was the only 2 people I knew of. I was like, well, nobody look like me. Nobody acts like me. Then we're just aliens from another planet. So when I saw my family again, it was amazing because, and even now, and I found family now. My grandpa's last niece still alive at 80 something. Like it matters when you look at someone and say they look like my auntie that just passed at 96. I think I got the same kind of eyes as her. I mean, like
me,
Yeah. So it matters. It matters. And for social workers who are out there, and foster care agencies out there, when you separate kids from their home, if it's possible to ever change the law should be that siblings should still be able to stay in touch through journaling. Thank you, Liz Welch, for that idea. Journaling, passing the journal back and forth so that when they do get together, and it's legal for them to get together, they have an idea what they've been doing throughout their lives and not be like, well, we got to catch up now. You know, it's almost impossible to catch up. And one's going to feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? So if agencies were to put it upon themselves to make sure that when siblings are separated, I understand that if people get adopted, I understand that, but trust me, they always gonna look. So it should not have to be like, I'm still looking for my brother. I shouldn't have to be going through all this, looking through detectives and asking search angels. I shouldn't have to be doing all that.
Right.
It should be simple.
I think there should be no more closed adoptions. I think there's, unless the child's life is really in severe, like, you know,
if they were
I don't think there
abused
should be no more closed adoptions. None of that. Everything should be out on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you said, please keep that child connected to their tribe somehow, some way. Yes.
You should have pictures. If you're not going to, even if you're, let's say, if they're adopted, you should have pictures so that at least they can say, oh, you look like your sibling, or you look like your dad, or whoever, I don't know. But you should be able to say that. You should not be trying to pass that kid off as your kid, because trust me, time will tell. Time will tell. Like my brother is still missing, but I know he don't look nothing like his family. He's like a Chris Brown yellow with reddish hair. There's no way they're gonna think that there's a kid. No, there's no way. He don't look nothing like them. So he gonna be asking questions.
It's theirs, right?
Yeah. So I think
I do the silly little thing with my mouth. Yes.
Go ahead. Oh, there's somebody.
I do the silly little thing with my mouth, and had I not met my mother, I would never know why I do the silly little thing with my mouth. You know, my mother does the same thing.
Get out of here! That's so funny. See, that's gold for us guys. Yeah. I know everybody else like, well, I got my mom and dad. Good for you. But when we find out,
I didn't need a DNA test. I knew that lady was my mother.
That's it. Yep. I saw my younger daughter looks just like my mom. Yeah. The expression she makes, I was like, that's my mom's face. Oh my gosh. So it's nice. It's nice. But thank you for that, for sharing that with us. And thank you for sharing your story with us, Dr. G. I really I could say you're one of the human beings I am so proud of and so happy to know you, because you are an example of you can if you want to. I appreciate you so much. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Dr. G, soon to be author, advocate, and she is living proof that your beginning does not write your ending, honey. I thank you for closing out National Foster Care Awareness Month with us. We're late, yes. And for reminding us that every former foster child, that they are worth fighting for, guys, okay? We will share the links for Dr. G's work when her book comes out, okay? And when it's available, we will definitely let you know. And if this episode moved you, I want you to share it, because why? Someone out there needs to hear a story, okay? Foster youth, the only one coming to save you guys, if you're in foster care, you're going to have to be your own hero. Write your own success, get off social media and onto your life's work. You don't have to be a superstar to anyone but you, okay? And to the Lord, okay? Do what you love and write down your goals and utilize every last resource. And I'll give you one off the top of my head, www.DannyBan.com. He has all kinds of resources for kids aging out of foster care. So don't tell me about what you can't do. You can do anything. I don't care. You'd be like, I don't have my GED. You can get that with your college degree now. And please stop playing. Okay. So I really want to thank you guys. Thank you to my double viewers out there. There's some of you who are not subscribing. Hit that subscribe button, please. Okay. And for all the ones who have not subscribed, but are really, y'all are really out here doing this thing. I mean, I'm seeing some of this things, some of my views, 12,000 a week on one of my Instagram pages. I have a bunch, but just one. So y'all are out here doubling numbers. I don't know how, but hit the subscribe button, please. I don't know why. Do you want to learn something new, learn about somebody new? you want to be inspired, be motivated, this is the podcast, okay? I'm the Town with Tanya. We don't do gossip unless it's gossip to heal. We try to help people, everyday people with everyday people. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. G, who's out here making things happen, okay? So subscribe to the new episodes every week and share this episode. And who's this? Viewers? Dr. Let's see. Who's out here? I was trying to see if anybody shared this with Nita. Oh, thank you, Robert. I appreciate Robert. Someone said they shared it. I appreciate you for sharing, guys, because trust me when I tell you, when you least expect it, that one share will be the share that needed it. Okay. So that's why we share. We share because we care. So please, share this video. I told you I don't really care about numbers. I care about people. Okay. That's what this is all about, people. So do that for me. And I promise you, we're trying to make life better for each of us and however we can, whatever that is, and we can only do that by looking out for each other and try to bring information that inspires and motivates us. Dr. G, you have really inspired us. You have really motivated us. And I hope that we'll see you when your book comes back out. Yes?
Yes, you will. We can have a sequel to this show.
Yes, we will.
As you can see, I'm very much into sequel because the only way we can keep what we have is by giving it away.
That's it. And that's all. That's it. Y'all heard it. You got to give it away, people. Okay. So thank you, Dr. G. And you guys hang out with me a minute, Tanya. I say Dr. G. While I say goodbye. There you go. Old habits never die. Thank you again, guys. I see you out there, Grandma. I see you, Joe and Tony. And somebody else. I see Robert. Hey, my brother's namesake. Hey, Robert. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you. I know, I'm saying people are like, oh, we're going to get the views up. I don't care. As long as 10 people are watching that really like what they're watching, guarantee you they're going to spread the word. And I'll tell you that because I got the numbers to prove it. So you may think it's only a few people, but it's a lot of people around the world watching. And I appreciate every last one of you. Until next time. Hey.